Kennedy, you seem to have a really great record against the Adelaide Lightning. That's now an 8-game winning streak against them. How does it feel to get the result tonight?
Oh, I mean, good. I hadn't taken any notice of streaks. I think from our perspective, really happy with the group in terms of locking in a scout, playing great team basketball, 27 assists. I thought our ball movement was phenomenal. I thought we did a great job of putting Adelaide in difficult situations defensively where I thought they had to navigate a lot of different action. And credit to them. I mean, I know that they've had, I think always when there's changes that creates uncertainty and disruptiveness, but for them to come together and get the last 2 games, we certainly knew we were going to have to come in here and play our best basketball. Anything but our best wouldn't have been enough tonight. So really happy to come away after the win and just the way we went about it. Good team basketball, good ball movement. Everyone made massive contributions and the team did a great job of locking in defensively.
Well, you saw in that first quarter, obviously, Sammy Whitcomb with 15 points in the opening term and sort of found herself in those spaces from that hard work you were doing away from the ball. And then in the second term, it's Kelsey Griffin, who, again, is a player that Adelaide have had trouble guarding in the past and proved to be the case again.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's quality all the way throughout our team, but certainly in different moments throughout the game today, whether it was Sammy, whether it was KG, Tolo, Abbey at different times, V, we're a difficult proposition, and even Casey, came and played some great cameo minutes at different times as well. So it certainly, I think when it all comes together like that at both ends of the floor, it's really nice basketball, and it's certainly nice to get a win after obviously 2 fairly close losses. Yeah,
in those losses, what did you identify that was the issue? Was it just a case of you've just been running so well and a couple of teams tried some different things against you, the physicality was different? Like, what sort of issues were there?
Yeah, I think, look, to be fair, I think I think Southside played great basketball. I mean, they shot the absolute, mess out of the ball. And that wasn't necessarily something we didn't expect. Like, everything that happened from that perspective in that game, we just didn't do a great job of locking into our scout as opposed to tonight. The Perth game was always going to be a close game, but, I don't necessarily think we've seen anything that we weren't prepared for. So I don't necessarily think the, wins and losses come throughout season. So I'm not necessarily, we're not panic stations. We're gonna lose games of basketball. Every team in this league is pretty good, right? So, never been. And I know you didn't mention it, but it's never been a focus of ours to go through and try and have an undefeated season. That's never been a focus for us.
I was going to say, was there a bit of a worry about the fact that someone mentioned that it could be an undefeated season and that all of a sudden sort of sowed the doubts?
Never ever been spoken about amongst our group or our staff, ever. We play every game on its merit.
And Abbey, you had 12 points tonight and really played your role really well. Obviously playing one of your former teams as well. It's always strange kind of playing your former teams different times, but now you've been at Bendigo for a few seasons now and you're feeling like you know exactly what your role is with Bendigo?
Yeah, definitely, yep. I come in and try and do my job defensively and people find me when I'm open for the 3, so that's nice and it makes my job easy.
It's quite incredible. You've got all these players that play all these different roles. You've got an import like Veronica Burton who has 8 points, 7 assists and 8 rebounds and just contributes and complements your team so well. Does it really feel like the squad as a whole is just so well gelled together and it's a case of, everyone can step up for each other if one goes down, for an example? Yeah,
definitely. Obviously a group of very talented individuals, but I think the most special part about our group is how unselfish we all are and that we want our teammates to succeed and that's what makes us so tough to play and makes us a real force.
So how do you maintain that sort of momentum? Because it's one of those things like obviously everyone's craving to get to the end, get to the finals and, get that elusive championship and that sort of thing. How do you stop yourself from getting too far ahead of yourself?
Just one game at a time. And I think we've been really good at that the whole way through. Obviously the last 2 games before this one, probably a little bit loose defensively, but tonight we really stepped up and it was much better. So I think, just one game at a time and get to the end.
And were you able to spend some time with family over Christmas and that as well?
Yeah, definitely. It was really nice.
Fantastic. What about you, Kennedy?
Yeah, no, we all had a little, mini 48-hour, whatever it was, 50-something hour little break. So, and I think reality was our first training was game day shoot around this morning, and from my perspective, that it just shows the high level of trust I really have in this group, that I know that we're not going to forget how to play basketball after a couple of days off, and I think this group of players work incredibly hard, our staff work incredibly hard, so to be able to have that couple of days was really important for us. Good refresher and good reset. It's obviously done wonders.
And a big game coming up against Townsville on New Year's Eve. They're always tough to play up there. They have a huge party up there at the Townsville Entertainment Centre and that. So, yeah.
Great atmosphere to play up there. So looking forward to that game.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.